Hello and welcome, listeners, to the Radio Vault Mystery Theater. I am tonight's keeper of the vault. Enter for another spine-tingling tale from the midst of the unknown. In the quiet town of Brookhaven, the picturesque streets and friendly faces hide a sinister secret. It is a place where the line between good and evil blurs under the mask of respectability. Tonight, our story is The Darkest Pillar. At the heart of Brookhaven society is a man named Thomas Whitaker, a prominent businessman and philanthropist who is revered by all. He has worked with the entire town to uncover the heart of a chilling secret. People in the town were disappearing. Everyone in Brookhaven struggled with a fear that they would be the next one to disappear and never be found again. The townsfolk had gathered at the school for a fundraiser. The tension in the air was thick. Hayden Clark approached Thomas after the meeting ended.
Good evening, Mr. Clark. How's the family?
Very well, Mr. Whitaker. We can't thank you enough for your generous donation to the school.
It's my pleasure, truly. Anything for the good of our community. And please, call me Thomas.
Okay, I will. Thomas, can we ask you to speak at the commencement this year?
I'm afraid public speaking isn't my thing. I may consider it for next year.
Thank you for considering it. You could be such an inspiration to all the young people in this town. You are the strongest pillar in our troubled community.
I appreciate the compliment. There's so much work yet to be done. So many projects and so little time.
Those are words of truth. We are truly fortunate to have someone like you with us to help.
It is my pleasure to help rid this town of this horrible plague. The fine people of Brookhaven deserve to live in peace, not living under the shadow of the fear that they may be the next one to disappear. I'm sure the police will find out what the mysterious disappearance is all about, and it will come to an end.
I sure wish I could share your optimism. So far, there have been no clues. The police have been stumped.
Be patient with the police. These kinds of investigations can be daunting. I have confidence in them. I know they will get to the bottom of it sooner or later.
There are so many rumors. Some are saying it's a transient taking them. Some are saying it's some kind of a creature taking them.
Or maybe a werewolf. Maybe aliens are beaming them up to their spaceships. Please spare me. Please spare me the fun stories. I am confident it will be revealed soon and the disappearances will stop.
Yeah, you're probably right. But in the meantime, be careful.
That's good advice. For now, though, I have some important matters to address, if you will excuse me.
Oh, yes, for sure. Thank you again for coming tonight, and for your generous contribution. I hope to see you soon.
Again, my pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye for now. And now to attend to more important matters. Indeed, so many projects. So little time. How I love these walks in the woods. Time to get to work.
End of Act 1. And now a word from Troop of Lost Souls Entertainment.
Hi everyone, I'm Anne-Marie Kroc from the cast of Radio Vault Mystery Theater. We have put these stories together for you to enjoy at no cost, and it will always be free for you to listen and enjoy. But it's not free to make. If you're enjoying our content and would like to show your support, go to our Linktree address. This will help us to continue to bring great stories told by our talented cast. Thank you for listening, and now back to our show.
And now Act 2. Thomas spends time alone in the woods, walking down a familiar path, enjoying nature, spending time thinking about projects, and planning his next moves. Night begins to fall as he follows the path to the edge of the wooded area, where he comes upon his friend, Thelma Moreno.
Hello there, Thomas. Out for an evening stroll?
Yes, I find that a nice walk in the woods seems to calm my nerves and help me focus on things I need to get done.
Do you feel safe out here at night? With all the things happening lately?
Well, the moon isn't full tonight, so I'm pretty sure there's no werewolves out tonight, and I haven't seen any alien ships, so I think I'm in the clear.
This is a serious thing, Thomas. You shouldn't be so flippant about it. I certainly don't want you to be the next one that goes missing.
Trust me, if whatever it is got a hold of me, it'd let go of me right away. Just ask all my exes.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't care for you, but not enough to talk like that about you.
I would hope not. They've been taken care of well. Gold diggers tend to be forgiving when they find their gold. What are you doing out here at night?
Well, Thomas, sometimes you just get tired of cowering. So, I decided to take a little... Sometimes you gotta look fear in the face and give it the middle finger. If you know what I mean. Besides, I'm close to home now.
I can accompany you home if you'd like some company. I will fight to the death to protect you from the boogeyman.
Thomas, you have been in Brookhaven for about 5 years now, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Why do you ask?
Well, you are obviously a man of means. What drew you to come to Brookhaven?
Well, I wanted to get out of the city. Too many hands held out for causes that disgust me. I just got tired of the city. Being here has given me room to do what I need to do in private. Besides, if I want to get lost in humanity, I can always move back. But for now, I can run my business remotely and enjoy alone time.
I guess I never thought about that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be nosy. Just trying to get to know you better. I'll bet you get a lot of people trying to get into your business. It must get old.
It does, but I've learned how to put an end to it effectively when people cross the line.
I'm sure you have to. People are so inconsiderate at times. Oh, here we are. My house. Thank you for walking me home.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm glad I didn't have to fight to the death to protect you from the boogeyman.
Me too. Besides, it can get messy, the whole fighting to the death thing.
Maybe I'm crossing the line, and I apologize if I am, but... Can we have dinner, maybe?
No, not at all. Would you like to come over and I could make dinner Wednesday? Maybe even take a walk afterwards?
That sounds enchanting. What time should I show up?
How about the same time it is now? 8 o'clock?
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it. I do have another fundraiser to attend, but I'll duck out early. Till then, don't let the boogeyman get you.
I won't. I'm looking forward to it. Good night.
This town, so quiet, so old-fashioned. Everyone seems to mind their own business here. Perfect. I'm gonna miss it.
Thomas turns and makes his way home. He notices that most of the town was inside for the night. How different from the big city. Just what he needs to handle more important issues. End of Act 2. Now a word from our sponsor.
Howdy, buckaroos. My name's Big Jim McBob. Seems like folks are always asking me to speechify on things. So to help 'em out, here's Big Jim McBob's Cowboy Musings. There was a time, way back when things were different. Now, many things these days are still the same. But an old cowhand like me can still tell you a thing or three about the stuff that matters most. I'm sure we've all thought about important thoughts, thoughts that hold a special place in our hearts, minds, and souls. Just talking about those thoughts makes me think about 'em now. But the day is coming when the sun shines on your backside and a cool breeze from the mountains tells you that it's time for all of us to do something. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm just as likely as the next woman to let an armadillo in on a rainy evening in July, but even I have my limits. Just like a popsicle melts in a busted freezer and stars come out at night, except when it's cloudy, there's a feeling that will creep up on you sure as a bull moose knows his own antlers. And it's that feeling that we've all felt that feels right when we're feeling fine. I guess that's pert near all I've a hankering to speak at you right now. Good night.
And now Act 3. Finally, Wednesday had come, and Thomas was excited in a way that he hadn't been in quite a while. Thelma just seemed to be just what the doctor ordered. All this hard work, and yet he finally felt refreshed again. She seemed to be the answer. Thomas walked to Thelma's door carrying a bottle of wine. He thought to himself about the grand evening they would have.
Look who's coming to dinner.
This is for you.
Red wine. Perfect. Please, come in.
Thank you. Smells delicious. What are we having, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't mind. I'm happy to tell you what I'm poisoning you with. What I made for dinner. I made spaghetti. I hope you like it.
Oh, I love spaghetti. It is kind of hard to go wrong with spaghetti.
Well, it is usually a safe bet. And after all, it is one of my specialties.
I'll pour the wine. Where do you keep your wine glasses?
In the cabinet, right there.
A toast to beginnings and endings.
Ah, the garlic bread is done. Excuse me while I get that.
Smells delicious. I cannot wait.
The two had pleasant conversation over dinner, and as planned, went for a walk in the wooded area where Thomas frequently took his evening strolls. The conversation continued.
The spaghetti was perfect. It gave us just the right amount of time.
The conversation has been nice. It has been wonderful getting to know you.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but it will end tonight. I'm moving back to the city tomorrow.
What a shame. I thought you liked it here. You have such a pillar in the community.
Well, my work is almost done here. Oh, my, look at the time. Perfect timing.
What's happening? I feel dizzy.
Oh, that's the rohypnol starting to kick in. The spaghetti gave me just enough of a delay so you could walk here. Isn't it nice how this little town closes up around 9? Nobody even saw us. Oh, wow. You're a little heavier than I expected. Good thing I built these stairs sturdy. Yeah, wow.
Unable to move or talk, Thelma's terrifying nightmare unfolded before her very eyes. She looked on with horror, because on the ground she saw the shriveled, decaying remains of 6 other victims. She let out a drug-muted, terrified scream, a scream that no one would ever hear. Thomas began to lay Thelma on the ground next to the 6th victim and began to speak.
So I bet you're thinking you should have just minded your own business. Not so great to have known me, huh? Can't talk?
What?
Yeah, the drug doesn't wear off for a while. By the time it wears off, I'd be long gone. I'm gonna duct tape your hands and feet, so if you do make it, you can't escape. Just to make sure, though, I'm gonna seal this little opening here. Oh, and don't worry about being in pain for long. I will open a vein so you'll bleed out. Probably before the rohypnol wears off. So, rest in peace, and thank you for being my 7th. The project is complete, 7 being the number of completeness. Good night.
As the paralyzed Thelma watched helplessly, she could smell her own blood as it drained from her arm in rhythmic pumps from her now slowing heartbeat. As Thomas finished sealing the opening, the light dimmed in the little room, and she let out one final silent scream, and then everything went black. The Darkest Pillar is a production of Troop of Lost Souls Entertainment and Film Syndicate, produced by Rick L. Baker and Anthony Stappiello, written by Charlie Mitchell, directed by Rick L. Baker, graphic design and video by Trevor Bates, sound Mark Kolber, commercials by Joe J. Thomas, starring the vocal talents of Josh Stone as Thomas Whitaker, Joe Filippone as Hayden Clark, Ashlyn Kerr as Thelma Moreno, and I'm Jack Wardrop, tonight's Keeper of the Vault. Remember, check out our link tree to give you access to all our social media. linktr.ee/TROUPEOFLOSTSOULS. So make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Don't want to miss the nightmares, do you? Check us out and listen if you dare.